Hello, it's me again, and her, and welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a long time, and the reason for that is just look at the state of this place. We've got stuff everywhere, everything's out. I'm working on just all sorts of things at the same time. Oh look, a steering rack. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? And it's just a complete mess and a nightmare to film in. But there's been a lot of progress, and most significantly, I've got the correct diff cover at last. Thank you, Mini Spares. Thank you enormously. Ah, brilliant. So what that means is we can fill this poor old engine up with oil again. It is quite a rusty old lump inside, so I'm a little bit concerned it might have seized up in places. I've been putting a bit of WD-40 down the bores, so hopefully it's not too bad. So in this video, I just want to get this thing onto that thing with that thing installed, and fill it with oil, change the filter, and just make sure it all turns nicely. Could also do an update on other things like why is the fuel tank there, and why is it now watertight? But most importantly, why is it this funky red colour? And I think we should also have a tidy up. Oh look, it's a cup of tea I forgot about. Ooh, with a very cool polonaise on the front. Alright, let's go. Should be a familiar sight by now, the arse end of an A series. Right, don't forget the little spring. Some old gasket sealer on there. Have to just scrape that off. I'll actually just put some fresh stuff on, because maybe there was a reason that there was gasket sealer on there. In goes the spring. Incidentally, remember this one? Oh, remember the thread was bust here, so I put a helicoil in, or a helicoil, whatever, and now it's fixed, so we can button this up properly. So this is part of the exhaust that I couldn't attach properly last time because the one of the threads had gone in the diff casing. But off camera I've re-threaded it, so it should go in now, battered and abused as it is. This bolt isn't long enough. Minor detail, can get another one. Everything's fine. Alright. Yeah, just need a longer one of those, but I think it's gonna hold. We can still go ahead and fill it up with oil. If you remember, we also had a bent drive shaft, so Alex from the Spares Club sent me one from a I don't know, probably a scrapped Allegro. So here we are, donated from an Allegro that gave its life that other Allegros might live. Now, where's my rubber mallet persuader? Okay, it's in. Right. That doesn't look too clever. It's going to take some more adjusting. Yes, I do need an exhaust, but I'll have to unbend that before I switch it on because that's going to be very loud. I should also get rid of these German number plates because it causes a lot of confusion online now. People keep thinking, and when people come to visit, they're like, "Oh, did you get it from Germany?" No, not really. The story behind these plates is that they used to belong to a car that I owned and brought in from Germany. That's why it's Deutschland. And that car committed suicide quite early on due to the presence of a Ford PowerShift gearbox in it. Yeah, very sad story. But I put the plates on just to see, you know, what she'd look like with the new plates on. That's the original plate. I've only got the front one. The rear one is lost to history. Incidentally, I replaced the Ford Grand Tourneo Connect with the self-detonating PowerShift gearbox with one of these. It's a Qashqai. So that's something else I've been busy on. It's brand new, so I'm completely skint. All modern conveniences, of course. It even has the elastic band CVT transmission like on Hubnut's Invercar. It's also got all the mod cons, so it's got your adaptive cruise control, it's got flappy paddle even though it doesn't have any gears. It's totally pointless. What else it's got? It's got heated front windscreen, heated seats, heated steering wheel, pretty useful in Poland in the winter. And it's got a glass roof, which is nice for looking at the rain or the underside of a roof box when you're going on holiday because there's not enough space in the boot because it's an SUV and they all have crappy boots. But it's alright. It's a really nice car. But best of all, it has this. Look at that. It's so good for shopping. You just do that and then your bags aren't drifting all over the place. It's just brilliant. It's worth buying a whole new car just for that £5 bit of plywood. Genius. Love it. So what else has been going on with the Allegro? Alright, showed you the tank earlier. So what's going on with the fuel tank? It wasn't too bad when I took it out, but along this seam here it had gone. There was loads of holes there, so I've kind of done an overkill job on it. So I've used 3 layers of fiberglass and tons of epoxy all over it. That's why it's shiny and really solid now. It's red because that's just the anti-corrosion primer that I painted it with first. But I thought, wow, that's a really nice shade of red, and maybe the car will go faster if it's got a red tank underneath it. These are just insulation because I think originally it had some kind of padding on here just to stop it rattling against the body of the car. I'm missing the sender unit. That's on its way, but it's been on its way for 2 weeks now. Stuck in customs. No further comment on that. This is the underside of the tank. It was, again, not too bad. In this part where all the water would collect, of course, it was quite rotten. You can even still see there's signs of holes there, but it's got loads of fiberglass. Loads of fiberglass on the top of it now. And along here there were a few pinholes, so I've put several plies on it all the way over. Haven't water tested it yet because, well, we don't have a sender, but also fiberglass needs a few more days to properly cure, so I don't want to chuck water in it until I know it's really set well. But hey, we've got a fuel tank. Got an absolute bootful going on there. And here, oh look at the brakes. Yeah, so we've got the non-factory standard brakes sorted out, I think. So these the shoes come off Ford Capri with a bit of hacksawing and the wheel cylinders are from the Ford Console or Granada, depending on which year and what engine size. All came together quite nicely. New lines everywhere, new flexes. This isn't fully installed yet. I'm still sizing it up because we've got new fuel line and can't reach it. New hydrogas lines and new brake lines, and these go all the way underneath the car. So that's going to be reassuring, I think, when we're driving along, that we won't have to worry about corroded pipes. Might have to worry about my bad flaring and the joints bursting, but you can always reflare something. Still no displacers, but I'm saving the pennies. Cash guy killed me for that. Still no brake master cylinder. I'm not sure about if it's reconditionable. It was pretty bad inside. Yeah, I need to think about that. And we've got the fuel pump is now connected to the main fuel line. So the next time I run this, which will hopefully be in a week or two, I think the main dependency is this flipping fuel sender that's stuck in customs. We could put all the wheels back on and have it driving along on its own fuel tank instead of the portable tank that we had mounted there, and that'll be a lot safer and a lot cooler. Then we can hopefully get back to doing some of the engine testing that we were doing last time before the Exxon Valdez incident. Yes, my girl? Alright, we won't talk about it anymore, it's not your fault. And now for the fun part where I fill it up with oil and it just pisses oil all over the place. But it's an old BL car, so it's going to do that anyway. Controversial. First we'll get the oil filter off. Can you see it from there? Ooh, righty tighty, lefty loosey, so it's like that. Oh, it's stuck. Might have to get my thingy bob on that. Thing. Okay, I've left it for a while and the oil level has just crept up to minimum. The engine still feels free by hand, but what I'm going to do, just out of curiosity, and the engine's probably knackered anyway, so I'm not going to do it any harm. I'm just going to roll it over on the starter motor and yeah, just see if it's all right. With the plugs out. Looks all right to me. Certainly sprayed WD-40 all over the place, which could only help. Smells pretty good too. Okay, so I'm going to pop the plugs back in and call that a day. Oh my god. Oh. Well, that's it for this one. Result, I think it's okay. The engine will last. If you haven't seen the previous videos when I took the head off last year, the bores are all rusted and scored really badly, which is why I said I'm not that worried about it, and that it'll probably have to have a rebuild sooner rather than later, but we'll cross those legs when we get to them. So I think in the next video, we'll try and get this this old girl back on her wheels, roll it out and run the engine again, because we were getting quite far, but we hadn't done any of the basics like doing the timing or anything like that, and seeing if the fan works, all that basic stuff. We just we were getting round to it, and then she dropped all her oil because the bushings and the oil seals just had disintegrated from around the drive shafts, and that snowballed into everything else. But we made a lot of progress. But I think my next job, which I won't bother filming, is just to tidy this absolute pigsty up. Got to make her look nice. She's going on the road. So thanks again for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.